All right, we'll be using this video to check our answers to our homework, as well as do a little bit of an extension and find the axis of symmetry also. So our goal here is, given the standard form, remember standard form is the ax squared plus bx plus c of a quadratic function, that we want to find the vertex. And to do that, in last class we watched a video that gave us the formula that the x-coordinate is equal to the opposite of b divided by 2a. And then we also want to make sure that we know how to both find the vertex and keep in mind that we're also by default finding the axis of symmetry. And after we complete checking these problems, we'll have a Canvas quiz that you will be able to demonstrate that you have mastered being able to find the vertex of a quadratic function from standard form and also the axis of symmetry. All right, so if we take a look at our first problem here, our A is 1, our B is -8, our C is 17. So we're going to say that x is equal to the opposite of b divided by 2 times a. That'll give us that the x-coordinate of the vertex is 4. So we know that the x-coordinate of the vertex is 4. We automatically then know that the axis of symmetry is the vertical line that goes through the vertex, so that would be x equals 4. Now, to figure out the y of the vertex, the y-coordinate of the vertex, we go back into our original equation, y equals, and in place of the x, we're going to put in what we have found for the x-coordinate, which is 4. So I'm going to have 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus 17. And when I plug that into my calculator or do mental math, I'm going to end up with that the y value as 1. And so my vertex is at the point 4, 1. So by looking at this, I know that the vertex is at 4, 1. I know the axis of symmetry is x equals 4. I would also know, just doing a quick review here, that by looking at our a value, that if that a value is positive, that therefore this is going to be, our shape is going to open up. If we take a look at number 2. Number 2, we look at the a is -1, b is -2, c is -2. And so I want to take and say that this is going to be the x value of the vertex is equal to the opposite of b divided by 2 times a. And so for the x-coordinate of the vertex, that is going to give me -1. Now keep in mind that tells me two things. That tells me the x-coordinate of the vertex is -1. It also tells me the axis of symmetry is -1. And so now I'm going to go to the y-coordinate of the vertex by taking and going back to the original equation. And this is the opposite of our x value squared minus 2 times our x value minus 2. And so when I figure out that computation there, the y value of my vertex is -1. And so you decide right here, is this mental math, or are you writing out the steps of order of operations? What I think that we should be doing at this point is probably just getting used to being able to punch that into our calculator, even if we're using that just to check our mental math. Okay, let's practice a couple more of these. And so if we look at the next one here, our a value is -1, our b value is 6, our c value is -8. And so if we look at finding the x-coordinate of the vertex, the x is equal to the opposite of b divided by 2 times a. And so that's going to give us an x-coordinate of the vertex of 3. So we know the vertex, the x-coordinate is 3. We automatically know that the axis of symmetry is x equals 3. And now we're going to look and find out what that y value is. So it's the opposite of our x-coordinate squared plus 6 times our x-coordinate minus 8. And so when we do that arithmetic, that computation should come out that y is equal to 1. And there is our vertex of our parabola as well as our axis of symmetry. All right, let's move on to number 4. Number 4, if we take a look at our a value here is -3, our b value is 6, our c value is 0. So our x is going to be equal to the opposite of b divided by 2 times a, which is going to give us a value of 1. So I automatically know that the x-coordinate of my vertex is 1 and that my axis of symmetry is x equals 1. And now I'm going to find the y value. So I'm going to take my equation and I'm going to substitute in -3 times the x-coordinate of the vertex squared plus 6 times the x-coordinate of the vertex. And when we do that, our value that we should get for the y value of the vertex is 3. All right, so after doing the first 4, I think we probably have the hang of it. Remember that our steps to doing this is to make sure that we are in standard form, which is just the ax squared plus bx plus c. And then after you identify your a, b, and c, you use the formula x equals -b over 2a to find the x-coordinate of your vertex. That x-coordinate of your vertex is also your axis of symmetry. And then you substitute back into the original equation to find y. So we're just going to go through the answers for the remaining ones now. If there are ones that you are unable to get, please mark them on your paper. And when I am back in class on Monday, I will go through any of these that we need to have further explanation on. So number 5, the vertex is -4, 1. The axis of symmetry is x equals -4. Number 6, the vertex is -4, 2. The axis of symmetry is x equals -4. All right, so continuing along with problems 7 through 12, you can see that number 7, the vertex is 3, -4. So that would mean the axis of symmetry is x equals 3. Number 8, the vertex is at 4, 4. So the axis of symmetry is x equals 4. Number 9, the vertex is 4, -2. And the axis of symmetry is x equals 4. Number 10, the vertex is -1, 1. The axis of symmetry is x equals -1. Number 11, the vertex is 4, -2. And the axis of symmetry is x equals 4. Number 12, the vertex is at -2, -3. And the axis of symmetry is x equals -2. Now that we've gone through this, you're now ready to go to Canvas. And in Canvas, you will find a quiz, an assignment that says vertex and axis of symmetry. So there are some problems you're asked for the vertex, some problems you are asked for the axis of symmetry. So please make sure that you read directions carefully.